So what I'm doing now, guys, is I'm just learning to help myself to pretend in a better way. I'm learning to acknowledge myself in a greater dimension. Now, I'm ready to talk much more words now. I feel that no matter what, that my life is going uphill with the words, and I'm learning very quickly about understanding that I'm living much more of a better life than yesterday. I have far more money in my pocket. I'm not smoking cigarettes. I'm not doing drugs. I'm a vegan. I'm all alone in life, and I feel that no matter what, that I'm advantageous because I'm currently in my home country as well, and I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how everything is done, and once I move to my mum's house, I understand straight away that what happens here in Australia is done. Actually, long term, I'm with my mum. I'm in Germany. I'm living in Germany. I get a fresh new start. I'm learning to persuade myself to do better and better with my life. I'm helping myself to grow myself. And that's it. I focus upon helping myself to understand more about life. But because I'm understanding straight away how to live my life, I'm understanding straight away to support myself. And now I need to support myself with videos as well. I need to be doing videos. I need to be doing all these nice and beautiful videos of encouragement to people. But I feel that nobody's watching me except I. And I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about just studying upon my life and teaching myself at least everything. So no matter what, I realize it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life and how to encourage myself to grow myself, especially. I'm learning how to help myself to love life, and I'm looking for better ways to improve myself daily. So I'm understanding straight away how I feel. And how I feel is different. I feel different anyway. I love I. So I'm realizing anyway, and now's the best time for me to do a video. But no matter what, I feel like doing just an audio. And I feel like making sure that I can do at least 1 minute video or just have a photo of myself for today. Which is more enough. And I'm learning very quickly about life. That I'm learning that my YouTube channel is dying. I'm never dying. I realize my YouTube channel is growing over time. And I'm learning how to have much more blessings in my life, to just understand to speak positively about everything. And regardless of how bad my life looks, I'm looking to help myself to grow myself differently, and I'm looking to help myself to improve. But that's the point. The point is help yourself to improve yourself into fruition. And I'm learning how to understand straight away that I'm all alone in this life. I mean, it's more how you have to live alone in life. But live in the words. Actually, in the words, nobody's alone in the words. Actually, nobody's alone in the words. Actually, what you need to realize is develop orchestra in terms of orchestra in your life, and make sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about life, and you're learning how to talk more words, and you're learning to do more words, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're encouraging yourself to have a good time with yourself, and you're making sure that no matter what, that life is helping yourself grow. I promise you, if you're helping yourself grow, then you're doing everything you can to succeed, and that way you're enjoying yourself the most you can. So make sure you understand straight away. And for myself at least, I'm learning how to be on top of it. I'm learning how to be on top of my information. I'm learning to help myself to explain much more about life and frequency, and much more about how to help myself to develop content. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm making sure I'm helping myself to grow. So that's how I see life. I see life differently. I see life as a persuasion technique to help myself grow with different ways of improving. And I'm learning how I never need cigarettes, I never need drugs, and I'm performing much greater in ways of improvement. I get to live a longer life as well. I'm understanding that. I'm understanding straight away how I feel around life. I'm learning how to grow myself. I'm growing myself to the best I can. So what I want to do is live my life differently. I'm understanding straight away that I'm in it for the long run. I'm understanding that no matter what, that if I just keep going and I keep producing music and I keep producing all this type of content that I'm doing, I make sure that no matter what, I can become someone fast. I can become somebody in life. But I'm already somebody. I mean, that's the thing. I'm somebody already online. But am I giving people much to think about online right now? Which I'm working on my Mega Drive more so. And people aren't aware of that. So I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about understanding. I'm much more aware about what I'm doing. And I'm making sure that I live my life to the best way I can. So I'm understanding straight away now what I want to do is help myself to grow. I want to help myself to grow myself. I want to persuade myself to grow. I'm helping myself to relive a greater way and dimension in my life. I'm helping myself to enjoy. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning how to help myself to finance myself. I'm learning how to do business. I'm learning how people do business over time. I'm learning how to advance with my multitude of life. I'm understanding straight away how I feel around life and how I need to go and help myself to improve. So I'm understanding straight away I need to love myself in a beautiful way of life, and I'm enjoying myself in the process. So no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how to love myself differently. So it's much more how I feel. I feel I'm very lucky to live this life. I feel that no matter what, that my spirituality is gone in a better direction. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm making sure I'm learning something from everything I can. And I'm just dominating my scene in terms of just helping myself dwell upon life better for myself. And I'm enjoying myself in the process. I'm learning how to help myself to explain much more dominance in terms of life and in terms of everything I'm doing. And I'm helping myself to understand that if something's too hot for you, then make sure you understand if something's too hot in your life, then make sure that you never get a fever. Because I understand my dad over there is in the bath and he put a, what's it called? He put a heater in the bathtub over there. And never in the bathtub, but next to the bath over there, there's a heater. And he put a heater on next to hot water as well. So he is going to have much more higher temperature. And what's going to happen is he's going to say, fucking. And we're probably going to say, it's too hot in the fucking bathtub over there. So anyway. It's more how it is. So I'm understanding straight away how I'm doing great. I'm looking to give people silence. I'm looking to help myself to improve myself daily. I'm learning something I'm learning how to have shoes on for myself. I feel like I understand how I can fall asleep now, and how I can just go sleep, because somehow it's more how I understand something. I understand how I feel about life, and I feel that no matter what, it's more how I understand straight away. I need to grow. I need to grow up. I need to grow up. I need to help myself to explain much more before I go to sleep. But that's how I feel, and that's how I understand something. I understand that no matter what, that it's more going into words today, and a little bit all in audio programs. Unfortunately, I must understand something. Now, I'm never annoyed. I'm never annoying myself. I need to get my video started. I need to start doing videos. But my time over here is just about done. I'm doing something better now. I'm understanding that no matter what, I have more enough time than done. I'm making sure that no matter what, that my time is just starting. And I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm feeling much greater. I'm understanding straight away. I'm looking at a greater time for myself. I'm looking for greater dimensions in the word I. I'm learning how to grow myself differently, and I'm enjoying myself in the process of everything. I'm enjoying myself to love life, and I'm learning very quickly about life. And I'm helping myself to love life differently. I see anyway, so I have more than enough time and success and vigor these days to help myself perform. I'm doing much better than ever before. I'm doing much better in my habits, especially. And I understand how I can make some money. But until what avail? I mean, how long do I want to be other people's slave? I mean, you understand? I'd rather have people work for me than me working for other people. But I understand something. I'm always working for other people. I'm working for you right now. I'm working for you to have a great life for yourself. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm understanding something now. I'm working to have common ground in life, to love my life differently, and to enjoy myself differently, and I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm understanding how I have more than enough time and success every single day to love my life differently, and I'm enjoying myself in the process of life, and I'm understanding myself and what I do about life. I'm understanding how I need to help myself to grow myself. And that's it. I'm helping myself grow myself daily. And you guys also have to grow yourself daily. So what I want to do is I want to explain something. I want to explain my life. I want to explain something that I've learned today, that I can put into words. I can put it into vibing words. I can put it into something that helps you grow in terms of ideas. I'm learning very quickly about ideas today, and I'm learning how to help myself to love my life. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning very quickly about understanding the time. I'm understanding straight away how I feel about life. I'm learning how to persuade myself to grow, myself especially, and I'm learning from the time of now. I'm learning now that I need to go and help myself to understand something, that I can either go to sleep or I can keep talking more words, or I can keep reading something. And now when I read something, I usually read the news today. I'm usually reading what's in the news. But also I need to start reading what's in my mentors programs. I need to start reading that because it's usually economics. And personal development, I find it in audible.com, personal development. And I know nothing except the word I only. And I keep growing myself. I keep investing money into myself. I'm learning how to quickly stimulate my thoughts and mannerisms. I'm looking to help myself to grow myself. And that's it. I promise you, you must understand how to really find emphasis with your life in different ways. And that's how you actually grow yourself. Actually, you grow yourself through making love with yourself. And that's it. First, you must understand that if you're learning how to actually grow yourself in different ways, then you'll find the jackpot. First, you'll find something to do. You'll find something to help yourself with, to grow yourself much more, and to expand your context about everything is the best way. So broaden up your mindset, as Tony Robbins says. So anyway, so since I'm actually leaving toward my mum's house, I understand straight away that it's much more how I feel. That I've spoken that, but there's different ways of saying it. And I'm understanding straight away that I'm learning very quickly to let it be. I move on. I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, that I'm looking for better ways of saying something. And I'm learning the day ahead of me. I'm learning everything every single day. I'm learning something about life. I'm learning that today the key habits of persuading myself to grow myself differently is something that I need to do daily. I'm understanding it's just 7 p.m. right now. I'm understanding it's very early, but I feel like going to sleep. And I need to wake up in the morning. And I need to understand straight away now, to understand that once I wake up in the morning I can do my music production. And that's a plan. And you have to plan for tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be that way. I do my music production tomorrow. Or once I wake up I do my music production. And I actually start doing my music production early in the morning, or around 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'll be that way. And I'm learning very quickly how to help myself to grow. And what I want to do is focus upon helping myself to understand that if I sleep now, it's more how I need to enrich myself to talk much more words of encouragement. I'm looking for better ideas. I have to go tomorrow. Also, once I wake up, I have to go to the chemist to get my medications. I have to do that too. And that'll be that way. I'll go get my disability support pension. And I'll be that way. I'll get some extra money for everything I am doing. So what I want to do is learn something. That no matter what I'm doing, that I'm always learning my art of intelligence and art of being alive and well. I'm understanding straight away how I feel. I'm learning very quickly about life. I understand that with girlfriends, I understand that Brittany was far more, let's say, in a relationship with me than any other woman out there, in terms of other than my mum and family. I understand that. But Daniela was something, but she was never my girlfriend. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Daniela was more of a friend to me. But I'm learning how I feel about what's going on. And I'm helping myself to go and grow up. So I'm learning very quickly about life. And I'm helping myself to grow myself. So that's how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that I need to help myself grow. So as I help myself grow, I'm learning how to become alive. And as I become alive, I'm looking for exactly the motion I'm looking for the motion of life to hit me forward and to make me pronounce life much greater. I'm understanding something. I'm understanding that I'm just looking for better ways of improving. And that's it. Approaching now, I'm understanding straight away that if you're doing something to help yourself grow, then personal development is the way forward, and you have to understand straight away. And since I'm putting everything into audio programs these days, I'm understanding straight away I'm moving forward. And I can upload my audio programs up on YouTube. And guess what, actually, it's much more how I feel. Now I just go the more affordable way. I upload it to Mega Drive. And that'll be that way. I'll make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how I need to understand something. That my Mega Drive is excellent. I see it keeps everything for me in one spot. I see the newest way of fashion statements and what you're doing today in terms of life and how you actually perform in front of people is different. So as I speak to you guys differently every single day, I'm understanding I have to do my synonyms. And now I need to do my synonyms now. I need to actually go and do it now. I can do my synonyms now. Otherwise, see, synonyms is something different. And it's something that I need to go and do always with you guys. So let's have a look over here. Just say guys. I see it's much more how it is. I see guys is boy, I see boy is brother, I see brother is buddy. I see buddy is dude, I see dude is fellow, I see fellow is gentleman. I see gentleman is individual, I see individual is male, I see male is person, I see person is bird, I see bird is bloke. I see bloke is bud, I see bud is cat, I see cat is chap, I see chap is chum, I see chum is fellow. I see individual is child, I see child is entity, I see entity is human being, I see human being is man, I see man is party, I see party is person, I see person is woman, I see woman is being, I see being is body, I see body is character, I see character is creature, I see creature is dude, I see dude is existence. I see existence is material, I see material is matter, I see matter is mortal, I see mortal is number, I see number is personage, I see personage is self, I see self is singleton, I see singleton is somebody, I see somebody is soul, I see soul is stuff, I see stuff is substance, I see substance is type, I see type is unit, I see unit is something. I see human being is human, I see human is mortal, I see mortal is person, I see person is soul, I see soul is Homo sapien, I see Homo sapien is earthling, I see earthling is higher animal, I see higher animal is living person, I see living person is living soul. I see person is body, I see body is character, I see character is customer, I see customer is guy, I see guy is human, I see human is individual, I see individual is life, I see life is man, I see man is somebody, I see somebody is woman, I see woman is being, I see being is creature, I see creature is gal, I see gal is identity, I see identity is individuality, I see individuality is joker, I see joker is mortal, I see mortal is party, I see party is personage, I see personage is personality, I see personality is self, I see self is soul, I see soul is specimen, I see specimen is spirit, I see spirit is unit, I see unit is living soul. I see spirit is character, I see character is courage, I see courage is energy, I see energy is enthusiasm, I see enthusiasm is essence, I see essence is heart, I see heart is humor, I see humor is life, I see life is mood, I see mood is morale, I see morale is quality, I see quality is resolve, I see resolve is temperament, I see temperament is vigor, I see vigor is vitality, I see vitality is warmth, I see warmth is will, I see will is air, I see air is animation, I see animation is ardor, I see ardor is backbone, I see backbone is boldness, I see boldness is breath, I see breath is complexion, I see complexion is dauntlessness, I see dauntlessness is disposition, I see disposition is earnestness, I see disposition is earnestness, I see earnestness is enterprise, I see enterprise is fire, I see fire is force. I see force is gameness. I see gameness is grit. I see grit is guts. I see guts is jazz. I see jazz is liveliness. I see jazz is liveliness. I see liveliness is metal. I see metal is motivation. I see motivation is nerve. I see nerve is oomph. I see oomph is outlook. I see outlook is psych. I see psych is resolution. I see resolution is sparkle. I see sparkle is spunk. I see spunk is stout-heartedness. I see stout-heartedness is substance. I see substance is temper. I see temper is tenor. I see tenor is willpower. I see willpower is zest. I see zest is frame of mind. I see frame of mind is life force. I see life force is vital spark. I see sparkle is gleam. I see gleam is glimmer. I see glimmer is glint. I see glimmer is glint. I see glint is glitz. I see glitz is glow. I see glow is radiance. I see radiance is twinkle. I see twinkle is vitality. I see vitality is animation. I see animation is brilliance. I see brilliance is coruscation. I see coruscation is brilliance. I see coruscation is dash. I see dash is dazzle. I see dazzle is flash. I see flash is flicker. I see flicker is gaiety. I see gaiety is life. I see life is panicky. I see panicky is scintillation. I see scintillation is shimmer. I see shimmer is show. I see show is spark. I see spark is spirit. I see spirit is vim. I see vim is vivacity. I see vivacity is zap. I see zap is zip. I see zip is Alan. I see brilliance is cleverness. I see cleverness is excellence. I see excellence is inspiration. I see inspiration is intelligence. I see intelligence is inventiveness. I see inventiveness is talent. I see talent is wisdom. I see wisdom is brilliancy. I see brilliancy is sagacity. I see sagacity is smartness. I see smartness is smarts. So no matter what, I'm learning very quickly that since I'm learning words, I'm always learning something, so I'm actually understanding something. But it's more, I ask myself what to do in the moment, and do I feel like doing anything like Netflix or something like that? First, I can do some Netflix. I can do some Netflix. I can do some music. I can read something. I can read music. I can read music compositions. I see it anyway. I see it's much more how I feel. No matter what, I feel like doing some music composition. And what do I do in music composition? All I do is really quickly speed read music. And once I speed read music, I pick up some ideas about music, or I understand speed reading. And now, is it possible to speed read all of that information moving forward? I promise you, yeah. I promise you now, I need to speed read. I need to speed read all information more probably. And it's much more how I feel that I get smarter like this. And I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how to understand straight away to speed read everything these days. And just speed read, and that's it. I have no time to read. I have time to speed read. Danny Milivojevic. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's how I feel. I feel that no matter what, I understand something. I'm learning very quickly about myself and my words and structure and everything. I'm learning how to have persuasion in my life, to grow up and to become something in my life. I'm understanding straight away how that is and how it goes. And I can see how it goes, but it takes time, and it's more how it takes time to invest into that. So I have time to invest into that, but it never takes time. First, you have to invest the time into it. First, you have to invest yourself to talk the words of that. But if you can talk the words of that, first, then you can be successful in that. First, that's all it is. First, you just talk more words, yeah. First, it's easy to have one sex show or sex tape and make $5 million like Kim Kardashian, and have $5 million in your pocket for a 20-minute porn video. I mean, you understand? First, it's more how some person out there bought a T-Rex for $42 million. in terms of the bones of T-Rex. I mean, you understand? I mean, wow. I mean, either way. I mean, you have to understand straight away that it's much more how you need to grow yourself differently, and once you grow yourself differently, then you're showing yourself to help yourself grow, and you have to grow yourself differently, and that way you're helping yourself to become the best version of yourself. And once you become the best version of yourself, then you're learning very quickly about how to actually help yourself to grow in different scenarios, and you're making sure that you're just growing. I mean, you're growing in different ways, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly from the persuasion of what you're saying, that you're learning something from that, and that you're learning how to give people the words of encouragement every single day, and then you're learning something along the lines of at least uploading something daily into YouTube. Keeps people, let's say, honest, and keeps you honest at least about life. That at least you have to understand that you're doing something on YouTube, so that people can see that you're still doing something. I understand that. And just post your audio content, and just post something on YouTube every single day, just so that people see that you're doing something. And at least it still counts. It still counts for people to actually read from you always, those programs. So I'm not saying that it makes sense, and it makes sense to help yourself doing in terms of to do this for yourself. So it's much more how I feel, and I feel different. And since I feel different, I'm making sure that I'm learning very quickly about life, and I'm learning how to actually afford to do so. And since I afford to do so, I'm learning how to actually grow myself differently, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly how to actually go above and beyond in terms of my words and structures, in terms of what I'm saying, and I'm helping myself to find the credentials of life to help myself to grow myself. But I'm not saying how business is. I'm not saying how people are laughing at me because of my status and all this, but I'm not saying straight away how I have better status than they do. For people who laugh at me are just low lives, and they have no life. So make sure you understand the straight away that you must understand to have a life, and have a great life. Have a great life with yourself and people, and never ever bully people about what's happening with them and stuff like that. I promise you that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly. Now time will fly by very quickly for me, and before I know it, I'm in Germany with my mum, and I'm also in Serbia with my family over there. And now I understand straight away that no matter what I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is currently making a visa, making a jump to Europe, and then my life starts with my mum. And now it's going to be a different lifestyle, but it's going to be a better lifestyle for me personally, and I'm going to be able to produce content and do something worthwhile for myself. But everything I've done on YouTube has just been me. Actually, no interviews with other people. Actually, just me. Actually, everything is just me. And that's how I feel. I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about how to help myself to even interview other people. But no way, Jose. I just want to have all the fame. I mean, every single day I'm learning something. I wouldn't mind interviewing other people, but I'd rather interview myself. I'd rather just talk to you guys. I just want to talk, and I want to understand straight away the results on YouTube. See, the results on YouTube is something different, and I'm understanding why that is. I'm understanding it's because of the way I promote, and it's the way I tag my videos also. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that it's much more how I'm doing all this content, and people see it, partially they see me, but partially they have no time to read it, and they're not sharing me as much, but it's much more how I feel, and no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly that they never need to share me, but they have to share me, They have to show me around because I have all this information that I can give them that helps them grow. And now it stacks up, and commodities and stuff like that stack up. And unless you have 1 million followers these days, I promise you, people have no interest in you. I promise you must understand that it's much more how I feel. That I'm learning to focus, I'm learning to help myself to grow. I'm learning to help myself to grow myself. So what I want to do is help myself to understand something. That life is streaming like this for free. And I'm learning to give people for free information, and all this information for free, and they're going against my information. Or they're going against my information, so obviously they're unaware about me, and that's it. I have to do a better job promoting myself. I have to start marketing like Dr. Wayne Dyer and Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar. I have to start doing what they are doing, but look at my income. I'm a professional now. My income is something different, but I'm learning something now. I'm learning that's done. That's gone from my life. What I need to do is Jesus Christ for free, and that's it. I'll do Jesus Christ lifestyle for free, and that's it. I mean, do I have to be a mega star in this lifetime? Probably no. I never have to be a mega star in this lifetime, man. I never have to be a mega star in my lifetime. I'm already a mega star in my life. I promise you. And that's it. And do I want to be financially free? I'm already financially free. I just go to 9 to 5 job like everybody else. I'm financially free like this, and I have more than enough money. I'm happy with that. I mean, yes, I mean, middle class. I'm better than middle class. I'm better than middle class. And first, it's your mindset. First, it's the mindset of your life. I mean, yes, first, it's much more how I feel. So it's much more how I need to grow and grow myself differently, and help myself to love life. And I'm talking always. I'm always talking. I'm always in the motion of life, and I'm helping myself to grow myself differently, and I'm looking for better ideas. I'm looking to jump life in different ways. I'm helping myself to grow. I'm making sure I'm down and dirty in eye. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how I'm clean and cleaner in eye. And I'm making sure I'm just using words. I'm just babbling words together to make sure that no matter what, I'm always clean, guys. I'm a clean fellow. And I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to understand straight away that no matter what I do, that if you guys are doing anything in life to get down and dirty, I'll probably make sure you clean yourself. Because those who stay dirty for life are the ones who are hypocrites. You must understand. To go and check yourself into a better way of life and better way of living life and a better state of mind, and that way you're much more able to grow yourself differently. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning how to perform myself into greatness, and I'm helping myself to love my life differently. Yeah, I'm learning to understand something. I have all the time in the world to succeed, but I have more silence now in my life. I'm never a killer. I never kill people. I understand straight away how I feel, and I'm learning very quickly about life itself. So as I grow myself differently, I'm learning very quickly about life itself and how I need to love my life. So that's what you guys need to do, and you guys need to love your life differently, and you have to show yourself different ways of improving yourself. And that's it. First, you make sure you're focusing on loving life, yeah? Because that way you're experiencing much more to life. And you're experiencing something that you guys can do daily, and you're improving yourself and making sure that you have more than enough success always to make sure that you're loving life, that you're making sure that no matter what, that you're lifting people with your music and with your life and stuff like that. So making sure that no matter what, that you're down in the better way of life and that you're enjoying yourself in the process. But everybody has to leave something behind, yeah? So leaving behind something for life is the best way forward. So make sure you make a legacy and make a great legacy for yourself by making more content. And that's it, bro. That's all you have to do. And just post it up online and people follow you. And people will follow you. I promise you, they will follow you. And you must understand straight away how it feels when people can follow you. Which means that you have a great legacy, and that way you're enjoying yourself, yeah? But I'm understanding straight away how Cristiano Ronaldo has a great legacy in football. And will always go down as one of the best in football, I promise you. Just like Leo Messi. In terms of Lionel Messi. And these people are over here, I understand Diego Maradona and Pele also go down in history as some of the best footballers in the planet, I promise you. And you have to understand straight away that it's more how it is. And you have to understand how to grow yourself differently, yeah? So if you're doing something to help yourself to grow, then you have to go and dwell upon helping life grow in different ways, and then making sure that no matter what, that your life is nice and beautiful for yourself to grow, and that you're making sure that you're looking for better ways of improving yourself through different ways of thinking and different ways of doing things. But make sure you just stay consistent on YouTube anyway. Just make sure that people see that you're consistent on YouTube and on Instagram, and that you're doing something. Post your audio content online into YouTube. And then if you're never comfortable feeling yourself with video programs for a day, but make sure you understand that you have to be comfortable and you have to feel comfortable, yeah, always. And I can understand straight away how I feel. I feel that no matter what I'm doing, that I'm learning very quickly how to love my life, and I'm helping myself to improve myself always. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life in the process. I'm making sure I have that nice and beautiful vibe all the time with myself, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that my life is improving. But you guys have to be doing audio programs 24/7, because it really does help you to get ahead of the content, and it does help you to experience failure. And trust me, I promise you, the more you can actually talk up more words faster and faster, the more you can understand to experience failure. And that's what I've been experiencing personally. I've been experiencing all this failure. I've been feeling like a failure. Even though I've been doing better than yesterday, I've been feeling like a failure. And why? I promise you, because of how much content there is and how much of my life is popular and all this kind of stuff that's happening in my life. I've been feeling like a failure because other people are just doing much better than me. And that's why, Parashik, now never compare yourself to other people. Just compare yourself to yourself. Compare yourself to yourself, and compare yourself this way to the person you were yesterday. Parashik, compare yourself to who you are now into who you were yesterday, and make sure you understand that you're comparing yourself now to then. And you're making sure that you're comparing yourself with the person you were. And that way you're understanding that you are successful if you compare yourself to yourself. But if you're comparing with other people, parachute, then guess what? Parachute, it's more how you always feel like a failure if you compare yourself with other people. Parachute, if you compare yourself with the crowd, parachute, you'll feel like a failure. Parachute. So what you need to do is compete yourself into greatness and compare yourself with yourself only, and that way you're learning much greater how to live life for yourself, yeah. But I have a positive scenario where people are watching me, and I have Liverpool to go. I can go Liverpool over there, but I understand that for now I understand how I have time to just do my life over here. and I want to help myself to deliver content. But no matter what, I'm feeling myself doing much greater, and I'm learning very quickly how I have all the time in the world to do music production and to be able to life coach myself. But it's much more how I've been talking so much words, I've been sleeping so much, feeling like a failure for no reason. I promise you must understand. And I do everything I can for more than a reason. I make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly how I need to always talk more words. I need to be doing what I'm doing for more reasons, and I need to understand straight away that I'm not a failure. And I'm making sure that you understand that everything I've been doing right now is to help you grow. I'm doing all of this in terms of growth to help myself grow, and I'm feeling much more powerful all the time. But as time goes on, I'm learning very quickly how to live my life to the best of my ability. I'm learning to get ahead of the times. I'm learning to get results, and now my results are different, but I need to stay consistent online. I need to stay consistent, otherwise all my following die off. And I understand that. I understand it's much more how I feel. And what I need to do is help myself to be consistent online. So no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how I'm just better than yesterday. I'm better than yesterday, and that's it. I promise you, my life is complete. I promise you, if you understand that I'm better than yesterday, I'm better than the person I was. I'm better than the individual I was. And that's how I understand straight away, and I need to grow always. I understand how other people have success. I have just as much success. I have just as much success. I'm just doing much better. I'm doing much better than yesterday too. I promise you. I promise you now. 60% of Americans are overweight or obese. I promise you. And you know to understand that they're doing worse than yesterday too. I'm doing much better than yesterday. I'm at the best health climb I've ever been in. I'm better than yesterday, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I have the best incline of health I've ever been in. And I'm learning very quickly how to understand to help myself to grow myself differently. I'm making sure that I'm learning very quickly how to just do positive content all day long. And I'm learning very quickly about life. But that's how I feel. I feel different. I feel that no matter what, I'm learning the best art of intention. But when I give my nice and beautiful content in terms of life, I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. And I'm helping myself to move up forward. To be moving forward with grace and courage. To be understanding straight away that no matter what, I have more than enough time, and space and vigor to be able to live my life differently and to help grow myself. I promise you. I promise you now, do I feel alone? I promise you, yeah, I do. But I understand straight away how I need to make a business. And my business is growing. I'm growing as a business over time. But I'm learning how I've been wasting time from the age of, let's say, 12 to the age of 25. I've been wasting time. I've been wasting a lot of time between those years. And I understand that. I understand it's much more how I feel, and life's going quickly. But at the age of 26, I did start to change my life around. At the age of 26, I became a vegan at the age of 26. And I'm understanding how I lost weight. And I'm a better version of myself. I'm a better version. I mean, when I look at myself and how I was before and how I am now, I'm doing much better. I'm doing much better than yesterday. I'm feeling much greater as a human. I'm able to walk around. I'm able to do much greater for myself now. I'm able to be much more of a man. I'm understanding how much I've been developing. I can do a fashion photo shoot with myself. I can show my armpit here to the world. I can go in front of busking performances, in front of people. I can give 3-hour busking performances. I can give 9-hour speeches. I mean, those are time lengths of my abilities that I'm able to do. And I'm able to go and visit all these people, and I can give them music, I can give them whatever I can. But that's all personal development, and that's all growth that I've been doing with myself. I understand I have to give myself a tap on the back for that, because I'm doing great. I love I understand I wake up like a failure. But look at how much more greater I'm doing than yesterday. I'm not smoking cigarettes. I'm not doing drugs. I'm eating better than ever before. I'm a vegan. I'm at least eating vegan food. I'm doing greater, and my habits are becoming better, and my bank account has money in it. I have money in my bank account, finally. I have money in my bank account. And how much money do I have? I have $2,100 Australian. But it's more enough for me. Actually, it's more enough for me. I'm getting more. I'm getting more of it as well. I need more always. I always need more money. But the thing is that I finally have $2,100 every single day of my life. I mean, before I was so broke, I had to ask my dad for $20. And my dad never had $20 to give me. And he may give me $3 or $4. I mean, you understand? Because he never even has money either. I mean, you understand? But now I never ask my dad for money anymore. I never ask him for money anymore. I never ask him for anything other than to grab his car to go shopping. And I ask him to cook me chips. But I never ask him anymore to cook me chips, because I never ever cook chips. I can roast my own chips. I can roast chips. I mean, chips are very easy to roast. I never fry my chips ever. I never ever again eat fried chips. I just roast the chips, and it's more enough to roast chips. Which, if you roast your own chips, it's much better. I mean, potato chips. For sure, although potato chips make you fat. And you have to understand, it's just carbs. I mean, understand? But carbs are good for you. But the thing is, potato is good for you. But the thing is, if you stay away from potato, you're more likely to become fat. That's it. And I'm learning very quickly how to understand to go around life. But that's how I'm learning. I'm learning something different along the way. I'm learning how I have much more privileges now. I have a lot of privileges now where I can talk to you guys in silence and in the darkness. I can talk to you, and I can walk around, and my legs are doing great. And I'm doing great as a human being. I'm making sure I'm listening. I'm encouraging myself to do better. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. I have plenty of time. I have plenty of space and fortune in my life to keep it going, and to make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly to love life differently. I'm making sure I'm helping myself to grow. And that's the whole point, isn't it? First, the whole point is making yourself to grow and to do something special for yourself. First, that's what you have to be doing. First, you just have to be doing a great life for yourself. First, that's it. First, I want to upload this nice and beautiful program into YouTube today. And I'll leave it that way. First, it's much more how I feel. And I put a low quality video up because it's just a podcast. Actually, it's just a podcast. And my YouTube and Instagram and everything online is doing excellent. And people always find me excellent online because I have a great status. I have great status online, I promise you. But it's more how I have to market myself much more. I have to pour everything into marketing myself. And that's it. I promise you. Now, Gary Vaynerchuk has the idea where he's going online and he's with people online while he never has to work a 9-to-5 job in his life because he sold wine to people. He sold wine to people, and that's it. And that's it. I mean, you understand? She sold something that is, let's say, killing people, and those people chose to just give him the money, and that's it. I mean, every single day, you must understand that he never kills. Gary Vaynerchuk never kills people. although he kills himself with the alcohol. I mean, just then, he sells what he is. And people give him money for that. And that's it. People made him popular. I'm pretty sure in terms of other people made him popular. I mean, understand? I'm pretty sure although Gary Vaynerchuk made Gary Vaynerchuk popular. I'm pretty sure. And that's how it is. Although every single time I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm making sure I'm learning how to grow myself differently. And I'm helping myself to have more silence. And I have more silence in my life. I'm learning to give people more silence, but recently I've been understanding something. I've been talking to my dad. I need to understand to give him more silence. And it's much more how I feel. I have to stop talking to him. I have to stop talking to him, especially. And why is that? I understand because I never need to talk to him. I never need to talk to anybody other than I. And I only need to talk to I and Jesus Christ, and that's it. I'm always talking to Jesus Christ in every single moment of my life. I'm talking to Jesus Christ. I'm always following Jesus Christ as much as I can. I mean, you understand? I understand that what's important is give people silent treatment. Jesus Christ is giving you silent treatment too. I mean, you understand? I'm give people silent treatment like Jesus Christ is giving people silent treatment. I mean, you understand? But Jesus Christ's silence is speaking so loud that you have to understand that you have to go that way. You have to go the way of silence. And you have to learn how to speak to yourself all day long. And you have to understand straight away that you have to learn and grow. You have to find opportunity. You have to understand straight away that you have to do something for life to help yourself grow. And you have to be heard by people. And that's it. I want you to understand straight away. I wake up in the morning. I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm dreaming. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying my life. I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm understanding that ideas are coming to me right now, and I'm understanding to speak it. I'm understanding to just keep talking words and words and words, because I'm having inspiration now. I'm having this time of my life now. Unfortunately, I'm having all these ideas come up to me, and now these ideas over here are coming up to me. I have to be careful. I have to understand straight away that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. So make sure that no matter what, I can put on some shoes and walk around for a bit. And you have to understand straight away that it's much more how I feel. I feel different. I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning the fortune of life. I'm learning to experience much more greater ethnics and skills daily. I'm learning to hold myself to love life. I'm focusing on a greater deal with my life, which is just talk more words. And the more words you talk, the better you feel and the better you are, and making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about life, and that way you're making sure that you're practicing. But I'm much better now in terms of what I've been doing now than I was 6 years ago. I love it. Actually, around 6 years ago, I did start my life coaching career, and I'm so much better now than I was before. I love it. Actually, there's a ton of difference. Actually, you must understand. And I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to penetrate myself to do greater with life itself. So I'm making sure I be careful to never poke my eye out. I mean, make sure you understand straight away that if you're walking in the darkness, then you just watch out. So you make sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about life, yeah? And help yourself to understand straight away that it's not sure how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that life is different. And if life is different, then you're learning very quickly about life. And you're showing yourself different architectures of life itself. And you're just making sure that you have more than enough success today, and you're making sure you have more than enough I mean, you're making sure you have more than life itself today to go and deliver content of serenity with yourself, and you're making sure that you have a nice and beautiful deal with life, to love your life differently and to help yourself to succeed. And that's it. I promise you, make sure you understand straight away. I'm learning quickly. So anyway, so what I'm doing now, guys, is I'm learning to have a greater time with myself while I move around a bit. So I'm actually enjoying my life over here. So I'm making sure no matter what, I slept a long time. And why did I sleep for so long? I understand because I feel fatigue. I feel I need to help myself, and that way I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning about helping myself grow in the best kind of way forward, and helping myself to do life much greater. So I'm helping myself to see life. So I'm learning something quickly. I'm helping myself to have that nice and beautiful deal with my life. So it's much more how I feel. I feel different. I feel nice and beautiful. So it's much more how I feel different. So as I go and actually help myself to move forward, I'm looking for better ways to deal with life. I'm understanding that straight away that I need to go and do a better job with myself over here to learn something new and productive to help myself grow, and I need to help my business grow. But no matter what, I'm looking for different ways of improving myself. I'm understanding that my life is different, and I'm enjoying my life differently, and I'm showing people my life in a different way. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning very quickly about how boring my life can get, and I'm learning quickly about understanding to interact with the people. And as I interact with people, I'm learning how straight away how people are never too keen on my content, because I post only images on Instagram and I post Serbian stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. So if I post much more happenings that's happening right now with me, to post much more content that's actually growing me in the process, eventually I realize the same results happen. And I realize something. It's much more how I believe that regardless of how much I post in my Instagram stories, I realize it's much more how I get those same results. And I'm learning very quickly about life. So that's the dealing with life. And it's something new, but I'm learning very quickly about helping myself to succumb to a greater way of dealing with life. And I'm learning very quickly about learning my freedom. I'm learning the freedom of art. I'm learning to succumb to a better way of dealing with life. I'm learning to help myself grow. I'm learning to see exactly what I need to do to succeed. So I'm learning very quickly about helping myself to grow myself differently, and I help myself to showcase myself much greater. And that's it. First, you must understand straight away that what I do for a living is I help myself grow in the best kind of way. Because I understand, because it's never about the money. For me, first, it's never about how much money you have. First, it's more about how much content you've done to help people. And it's much more how I feel. I feel different. I feel much more alive as well. I'm learning to quickly find myself doing greater, and it's much more how I feel, how I need to go and grow myself differently. But I never want to kill myself. I want to be able to live life to the best of my potential. I find prosperity in what I've done, and that's it. Honestly, it's not how I feel. I feel that no matter what I'm doing, that I have that nice and beautiful attitude coming, and I'm learning very quickly about life, and I'm learning how to enjoy myself in the process. So every single time I'm looking for better ways to improve myself. So no matter what I do, I'm looking for a greater attitude. I'm looking to help myself to improve. I'm looking to make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. And that's how I understand straight away how to grow myself differently. So it's definitely about making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about my life differently, and I'm making sure I have more than enough success all the time to succeed. And I'm making sure that I'm always alone in what I do and what I say, as much as I can be. I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to help myself to deal with life much greater. I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly how to help myself to grow. But that's what I do, and what I do is different. I do a different way of life to everybody else. I do something different all the time. I'm moving forward. I'm making sure I have more than enough success every single day to move forward and to move abruptly into a greater way of dealing with life. And I'm learning very quickly about life itself because I have much more to do. I have much more to say as well. And it's much more how it is. I see it's much more how I need to go and be ahead of the content. See, it's much more how I need to grow myself. But as I grow myself, I'm looking for a better way. I'm looking for a better way. I'm looking for better opportunities. I'm looking at myself over here in the mirror. I'm understanding straight away that I have much more success than most people on this planet. And I'm understanding straight away. I'm learning very quickly about life. I realize nobody has more than me, because I understand we all have Jesus Christ equally. And you must understand straight away how I feel your way through life. I understand, I know who I am. I understand I understand straight away how I come back to the word I as I speak. I come back to the word I understand my word I is how it is. And I'm learning very quickly about learning. I see it's much more how I need to actually help myself grow. And as I help myself grow, I'm looking for better ways of dealing with my life. But that's how I feel. I feel that no matter what, with my music over here, I'm learning to help myself to do a greater way of life. But if you're scratching your skin or something like that, make sure you massage it. Massage your skin. It's much better to massage your skin rather than scratching it. Because when you massage it, I promise you, in the process you get everything you ever want. In the process of that. Do you understand? And I understand straight away how I feel. See, it's much more how I feel different. See, it's more how I feel different. See, it's much more how I need to help myself grow differently. And you have to understand straight away how you can maneuver your way through life. I understand straight away you can grow yourself differently, and in the best ways forward. You can move yourself in the best ways moving forward. You can go and grow yourself. I get my second from Pfizer vaccine very soon, and then I move forward with the times, and I make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about moving on. I'm moving forward, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning in the course of language how to actually become much greater for myself. So I'm understanding straight away that I have plenty of time and space over here to make sure that my love and freedom is moving forward, and you guys need to help yourself to deliver content. So you deliver content very differently, and you help yourself to remove any blockages that you may have, and then you enjoy yourself in the process. I promise you, every single day I'm looking for a better way. I'm looking for better ways of dealing with life, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I have that nice and beautiful way of life and the better way of melodies and structures in my life to deal with life itself, to make sure that I'm nice and performing, and to be performing to the best of my ability. I'm learning very quickly about life itself, so I'm actually understanding something. I'm learning how to help myself understand how the dogs scratch itself, and how I do life greater. I see dogs scratch itself on the sand and on the dirt and grass by turning around and rolling over on the grass and sand and dirt, and they scratch themselves on things in terms of fences and bushes and stuff like that, and any kind of wood that they can find. I see it's much more how I feel. I feel much more different. I feel much more alive, and I feel that no matter what, now I'm learning very quickly about going into silence and loving my life differently. I'm always alone. I'm always alone to do what I need to do, and because I'm alone, I'm looking at different areas of life. I'm looking to become the best version of myself differently, and that way I'm learning. I have silence, and when you have silence in your life, you can never turn crazy. When you have silence in your life, I promise you, it's much better than ever before. See, so anyway, I'm looking to help myself to explain something. I'm looking to explain that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life and being alone, and how I need to grow myself differently to make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life, and I'm learning to help myself move forward in the brick of dawn and the best ways of life. So making sure you understand straight away that I'm enjoying myself in the process of life. I'm looking to entertain myself. I'm looking to make sure I'm learning very quickly. I'm learning how to open up with a greater attitude, and that way I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm helping myself in the process to relieve myself of a greater way, to do a greater way of life. I have to understand straight away to be able to grow myself differently is the best way, and it's the best way forward for me personally. I understand straight away how I feel in terms of life moving forward. So no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about going to silence, and once I go into silence, I just listen to silence, and that gets me going. I promise you anyway, I promise you it's not sure how I feel. I need to feel more passionate about my vibe. I need to have a more passionate vibe with myself to deliver content much more greater, to understand something about life much more, to do better. I see for myself over here, I'm looking to help myself grow, and it's just how life is getting more easy throughout life to live, because no matter what, you have to understand straight away that you have to come, and you guys have to understand that you have to become better. And as you become better, you have to go and really focus upon helping yourself to deliver content that's much greater for you, so you can understand straight away how you need to help yourself to deliver content in a better way, and that way you're learning very quickly about life. So what I'm doing over here is I'm learning very quickly about opening up to myself over here to help myself grow, and I need to be able to always help myself to do that for myself. I need to help myself to make sure that no matter what, that I'm looking for better ideas. And since I'm looking for better ideas, I'm understanding straight away that life is different and life is a challenge. And you need to overcome challenges, so you have to understand straight away that no matter what, that I'm looking for better ways to understand something. I'm looking for better ways to understand something, that the more words I talk in life, the better. And I understand straight away how I feel about uploading everything online these days. And I'm understanding straight away that I'm learning very quickly about love and laughter and keeping my YouTube an occupation. I'm understanding straight away how to grow myself and grow thyself always in different ways, and I'm looking to help myself to grow in the best kind of ways forward. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning very quickly how to help myself. So every single time I'm learning how to make sure I have more than enough success. So no matter what, I'm looking for better ideas, and it's not sure how I feel. I feel that you guys need to read something as well. You need to be able to read something and even go for a walk somewhere and dwell upon life much greater, and dwell upon helping yourself to grow life and grow forward. Yeah, that's what you guys need to do. So no matter what, I want to make sure I can go and deliver content while also being able to read something is nice and beautiful for me, and I learn to help myself grow in the best content and the best way forward, and I learn to help myself to do better.